It's April, which means Dr. Horrible is back on my calendar again. Needs work. This is my Ditto. His name is Snot. Snot has been keeping me company all day today while I walk around. The little doohickey he's on is called a Pokewalker. I think someone at Nintendo was like, wouldn't it be cool if you could carry your Pokemon around with you all day? Like a real Pokemon master? And so, here we go. It's part toy, part pedometer, and completely awesome. For example, today I walked 15,000 steps and caught a Kangaskhan. A lot of those 15,000 steps came when I was visiting with my mom on campus. I was seriously digging the tulips, and I thought she would too. So she came, and we went to lunch and hung out and did all sorts of crazy cool stuff. Towards the end of our escapades, we wound up at the SMU bookstore. It's like a Barnes & Noble, except it sells textbooks and lots of SMU paraphernalia. I was trying to decide what book to pick up, and I know that John Green had recently released Will Grayson, and so I really wanted to check that out. It sounds a lot more interesting than I first gave it credit for. Or even looking for Alaska, because while it's my favorite of John Green's books, it's the only one I don't have yet. So anyway, I looked in the fiction and literature section, and I couldn't find anything under John Green's name. So I asked the counter person, and she typed in some things on her computer, and she walked me to the back of the store where all the little kids' books are. Am I the only one who thinks John Green shouldn't be delegated to the kids' fiction section? I mean, it's kind of insulting. Anyways, so I get there and there's only one volume under John Green. It's a paperback version of Looking for Alaska. It's the original one that has the purple candle with the smoke rising up. But whenever I buy a book that I know I really like, I want to get it in hardcover, so I decided to pass on it this time. But I took this opportunity to write my very first Nerdfighter note. Nerdfighter Notes are notes that current Nerdfighters leave for future Nerdfighters inside books like John Green's books or Maureen Johnson's books, perhaps. Basically, these notes say things like, hey, if you like this book, you might be a Nerdfighter. If you want to learn more about what being a Nerdfighter is all about, check out nerdfighters.com or youtube.com/vlogbrothers. We're really glad to have you as part of our community, and DFTBA. Yeah, so I don't remember exactly what I put in my note, but I know it was something along those lines. And it was pretty cool. Moral of the story, if you're ever headed to a bookstore, make sure you carry some extra paper on hand to stick Nerdfighter notes in John Green's books. DFTBA, y'all. Me, Snot, and Marcy are signing out. I can't wait to see the words Google Translate is sticking in my mouth right now.